But it's kind of, I mean, that's always been the story that has taken place. Like that was I'm sure you're aware of the Jackie Gleason story.
Right.
The Jackie Gleason was friends with Nixon.
Yep.
They're drinking, and Nixon says, "Hey, you want to see some fucking crazy shit?" And he takes him to whatever Air Force base where they have a downed UFO, and he has access to see this, and he sees alien bodies, and that this is something that the government has always had, and they've had this thing. And Gleason, there's speculation as to whether or not he really did have that conversation with Nixon, but there's no speculation to the fact that he built a fucking house that looked like a UFO after that happened. And that house is, you can look at it. Looks like a flying saucer house.
Yeah. And we just don't, I mean, the laws that we need are laws for more information.
What do you think would happen if human beings absolutely knew that we do have UFOs from another world, that we're back engineering and we're trying to figure it out, that we have been in contact with alien civilizations, we are being monitored? The UFO folklore is, of course, that once we drop the bombs, that all of a sudden they start showing up, which totally makes sense. Like, okay, there's a detection that these people, these beings on this planet, they've entered into this new phase of understanding of technology, and they can harness the atom, and they use it of course, they use it as a bomb. Now they're using it as nuclear power. They're using it in all these different ways, and we have to make sure that they safely transition to the next stage of evolution without complete total destruction, which would send them back to, at the very least, the Stone Age. And then you're dealing with tens of thousands of years of, reinventing everything and getting back to the state where they were at now and give them another shot at doing it again. So maybe that's why they showed up, and maybe that's why they're monitoring us, and that's why they're here. That it's a bridge. And they're just here to make sure that we don't fuck everything up. So that this is a very delicate and precarious process that exists with all intelligent life forms all throughout the universe. And that we're at a stage, just like, there's speculation and there's people openly discussing that some primates, lower primates, have entered into the Stone Age. They're using tools, they're using things, and this is very similar to what they think happened to human beings. And that over the course of millions of years, they'll eventually become like us. And that this is just a natural process that exists where intelligent life forms learn things slowly at first, and then eventually incredibly rapidly, which is what we're seeing now with AI. It's
totally logical. I think that...
Totally logical.
And in the way that we interface with species below us is, sometimes we're fascinated by them and want to learn about them and study, but other times we're like, a squirrel, okay.
Right, exactly.
And so it's kind of both of those things. Like, people polarize the conversation. They say, oh, they'd never be interested in us. That's stupid. Of course they would be.
Yeah, that's Neil deGrasse Tyson's
just like we are in
course.
everything.
Of course.
But at the same time, like, they probably also have other cooler things to pay attention to. Maybe there's other way cooler species than us to pay attention to. Or
I'm sure there are.